A slight disclaimer, there may be a high chance there's gonna be some outside noise interference. I can do everything I can to reduce the volume of what's around me, but I figure I'm just gonna record it anyway. It's my birthday, so. It's been another year, and thanks to this whole pandemic thing, I finally got to spend it the way I truly deserve to be. Alone. That's what I probably would have told you about a decade ago. I know it's another year and another day, but I'm certain I'll make that change in the world that'll make y'all proud. I swear things will turn around, and I promise that that promise I made will come true someday. It's probably what I'd tell you about 5 years ago. I was understandably silent the last 2 or so years, and yeah, admittedly, just seeing her name still cracks the shattered remains and sets the azure ablaze, but that really ain't it right now. Be honest with you, I'm kind of making this just to let you guys know I'm checking in on myself. The self that's grown tired of everything wrong with the world and wants it to burn like it once did in the past, but in reality, you know that there's some of us out there that are still fighting for the best us, even in absolute worst of conditions, times, or even the realities of what our fellow humans think of us. The self that hurts over the past, be it everything that I've done to others and everything that's been done to me, the resentments that I have, or just the offense that I can take. But even though those moments happened, they also became a wake-up call and a learning experience that things can fall apart for good reasons. And that maybe the best course of action is to do things for and by myself from time to time. I don't need to be affiliated with a team to be my own self, if that makes sense. And there's also the self that's grown scared to move forward into his future and to make changes in grand fashion. I mean, admittedly, they're false confidence, but hey, I look good, don't I? Yet, I still make those moves in the shadows. And I used to call these shadows home, so there's a bit more of comfort in this. And I know I tried to step out of them within the past decade, and it's gotten me into some very grand positions and very compromising situations. Be it the commitments that I've made, be it the ones who haven't left, or even the few who I haven't asked to leave and forget about me. That may be a bit too on the nose, but you know me. That's how I go. And the ones who even have forgotten about me and have disappeared, I ask myself this one question on a near day-to-day basis. What do you really want? Love was always the response. Oh, I want to be in love. I want that special someone. Honestly, I just want someone here. I want someone who just won't leave. And you notice I'm never specific about that, right? No details, no real points onto them. And I mean, even over the years, my tones in response to that question just decline. The answer that I tell myself even changed slightly. I just want to find peace. I want those that I care about to be happy. I want to make others happy. It's admirable, but I don't ask myself why I want that. I can't tell them that it's human nature anymore. And because human nature here is subhuman and over-exaggerated when publicized and a bit disingenuous. Do I want this now that I've accepted the concept of love that I crave most is impossible with my current mindset and situation in life? Do I want this because my feeling like I owe everyone around me? Like there's this great debt to those that have helped me, who I've hurt, who I don't even know well yet. Well met, new friends. And during my silent year or so that I took away from all contact, really, the question that really started to overwrite the one above was, who am I? No, really. Look past all the lewd posts that I do or any of that, and I mean, you know that's the front if you talk to me. I can talk lewd. I can talk some video games with a focus in fighting games. I barely speak anime, and even less so Japanese. And holy crap, can I point out the negatives in me, you, or anything. Well, when I start writing songs where you read, that's where you really get to see me, if that makes sense. I mean, since then, I've not really put my heart out there since writing the songs that became Forever Reaching My Own Stars and Breaking My Own Heart. But these songs that I've done now, like, heck, if you go out there and listen to Sensei, that you can definitely see where I've been rebuilding myself and finding myself again. And really, the only time outside of writing songs that I like and had an identity of self of was if I turn on the webcam and just start telling y'all what I think and feel about different things in life. So yeah, I know myself. I look into myself to the point that I think I'm hollow. I still can't decide what's parts of me are truly good and what is truly evil, but as time passes, I'm still Deuce. And you're free to paint me in whatever color you wish. That line's probably a bit paraphrased now, but that ex was a really good writer, alright? And those words of hers still burn in me more ways. Still burn me in more ways than I don't know how to explain anymore. Because I've said all I could on that one, so, you know. Even scripting things down, I find myself a bit all over the place. So, I know that's a bit of a lull in what else I may have to say. There's a lot of things that I do have to think about for this being a birthday of mine. And honestly, I don't think this pandemic would have changed my plans today much. I'm quarantined in my own household due to a second confirmed case, and I may still not have it. I didn't have it in the first place, but, you know, I may have it, I may not, I still need to get tested. And there's a lot of things going on inside the house that I just can't talk about right now. It's given me a little bit more time, though, to think about what I want to do in the case of trying to move forward. To remember the past and live in it less than I do now, or have been doing back then. If only slowly, if only day by day. To better define what do I want out of life and how will I continue. To bring back the old projects that I can still revive and continue. I mean, knowing that most of my projects burned away out of my own control, and those projects consisted of needing others, or really wishing that the others would have been willing for that. But more importantly, let me set some new goals to achieve as I find my place in this world and more of myself in this life. To still be able to do what I can for those that I care about. And that's probably where I'm gonna leave you guys at. One. But listen, this isn't as deep as a dive as I'd like for it to be. But it's a nice scratch at the surface, and to anyone that's listening, know that I'm here if you need me, alright? I really hope it goes both ways. Because you know I won't say much about what ails me until something like this comes out. Which kind of ends up hovering around the same topics that has driven some people away from me in my life, and I don't blame them. No one wants that kind of energy around. And for those that are still around, you don't know how thankful I truly am. You really have no idea how thankful I am for that. But what's my old line? Oh yeah. You're all family here, and I wish you a happy life. And with that said, remember, we're always open if you wish to return for another verse. This is Deuce Thomas. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Just wanted to let you know.